Halloween and there are 6 hours until a Halloween party I have to go to, so let's make a game. To start out, I made a simple movement script that moves the player forward at a steady rate. The player can also slow down or speed up, but they cannot stop. Along with this, there's some simple shooting as well. Now that the mechanics were done, I wanted to add a little bit more life to the game, so I added in this character, and I'm reusing the sprites from my last game that I made for LD45 for the world. I also made a script that generates the world using 1D Perlin noise, and that's how I'm going to handle the endless part of this game. The game was starting to come together really well, so I added in this moon, which is just a circle for now, and I added in some small effects that make the game come a bit more to life, like destructibles and 2D lights. I wasn't so sure about having the bullets destroy the ground, but after a while I actually started to really enjoy it, so I said why not, I'll keep it. The player can now triple jump too, which will make things a little bit easier when enemies start flying in from the right side. Speaking of enemies, I made a pumpkin sprite and a ghost sprite, and these will be the dudes that are going to hunt down the player. Time was starting to get a bit slim, so I didn't make more than these two enemies, but I probably will in the future. Since time was running low, I figured this would be the perfect time to add some UI. I put together a small purple and orange box that you can see up top there, and I'm going to use this for all the panels in the game. On this top panel, I added a health bar and the amount of lives you have remaining, as well as a score. I also started to implement a souls mechanic, which you can use for purchasable upgrades throughout your endless run. Particle effects are fun, and they also make a game pop a lot more. So now when the player destroys an enemy or when a soul is collected, there's a little effect that plays as well. I made some small background platforms as well, so that if the player can reach one of them using a triple jump, they can have a bit of a break from all the action. Now majority of the game was done, so I had to make those upgrades purchasable, and I wanted to make a game over screen as well, so that's what's up next. And here we are with everything done besides audio. Here's the title screen, and now when you start the game, the panel will drop down. Our score now has a font, and the souls icon in the top right is no longer a white box. The moon is finished, which is a 32 by 32 sprite. I also changed the health bar in the top left to hearts, because I think it matches the game a bit better. Now what fun is an endless game if it's the same difficulty the whole time? The game will now get harder the longer you are playing, and is displayed through the moon's colors. And finally, when you die, game over. And lastly, to add some Halloween spook to the game, I made some random creepy piano jingles that will play in the background, and I found some really dark ambient clips to play in the background as well. So now to finish off the video, here are some clips from Pump Killer. I had a lot more I wanted to add to the game, but there just wasn't enough time, but I'm pretty proud of how far I got. What's important is I finished in time and I had fun. And I may have been a little bit late to that party. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.